Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Talk.
Testing 1 2 3.
I look at my Cartier out of control. Just like my mind where I'm going, the women, the shorties know nothing but clothes. No stopping at my Pirelli's on. Unlike my jewelry that's always on. I know the storm is coming, my pockets keep telling me it's gonna shower. Call up my homies, it's on and popping the night cause it's meant to be ours. We keep a fadeaway shot cause we ballin' and spittin' up Patron every hour. Look mama, ow, you just like the flowers. Girl, you the truth with all that goodies powers. You spin my head right round, right round. When you go down, when you go down, down. You spin my head round, right round. When you go down, when you go down, down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to it's going down. From the top of the watch her go. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to me. It's going down, down. Hey, shawty must know I'm the man. My money lover like a #1 fan. Don't open my mouth, let her talk to my fans. My Benjamin Franklin's. A couple of grands, I got rubber bands. My paper planes making a dance. Get dirty all night, that's part of my. We building castles that's made out of. She's amazing, on fire blazing, hotter than Cajun. Girl, won't you move a little closer? Time to get paid, it's maximum wage. That body belong on a poster. I'm in the days, that bottom is waving at me like, damn it, I know you. You run the show like a gun out of holster. Tell me whatever and I'll be your gopher. You spin my head right round, right round. When you go down, when you go down, down. You spin my head right round, right round. When you go down, when you go down, down. From the top of the pole, I watch her go. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to me. It's going down. From the top of the pole, I watch her go. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to me. It's going down, down. Yeah, I'm spending my money. I'm out of control. Somebody help me. She taking my bankroll. But I'm king of the club. And I'm wearing a crown. Popping these bottles, touching these bottles, watching the asses go boom, boom. Oh my gosh, baby, let me. I did it again, so I'm gonna let go. Oh my, baby, let me love you down. There's so many ways to love ya. Maybe I can break you down. There's so many ways to love ya. Got me like, oh my God, I'm so in love. I found you finally. You make me wanna say, oh, 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 oh my gosh. You make me wanna say, oh, 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 oh. I fell in love with Shawty when I seen her on the dance floor. She was dancing sexy Poppin', dropping low. Never ever has a lady hit me on the first sight. This was something special. This was just like dynamite. Honey got a booty like pow, pow, pow. Honey got some boobies like wow, oh wow. Girl, you know I'm loving your style. Checking you out like, oh, she got it all. Sexy from my head to toe. And I want it all and all and all. Baby, let me love you down. There's so many ways to love you. Baby, I can break you down. There's so many ways to love you. Got me like, oh my gosh, I'm so in love. I found you finally. You make me wanna say, oh, 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 oh my gosh. You make me wanna say, you make me wanna say, oh, 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 oh.
Felt so hard for honey, out of all the girls up in the club. This one got me whipped just off for one look. If I fell in love, this one's something special. This one just like dynamite. Out of sight and fell in love with honey like my, oh my. Honey looking wonderful, fly so fly. Honey like a supermodel, my, oh my. Baby, how you do that make a grown man cry?
Oh, baby, you got it all. Sexy from my head to toe. And I want it all and all and all. So honey, let me love you down. There's so many ways to love you. Baby, I can break it down. There's so many ways to love you. Got me like, oh my gosh, I'm so in love. I found you finally. You make me wanna say, oh, 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 oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, oh my gosh.
Oh my God, I did it again, so I'm gonna let go.
Oh, oh, oh my. Oh, oh, oh my. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh, oh my. Oh, oh, oh my. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh, oh my. Oh, oh, oh my. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm out at Brooklyn. Now I'm down in Tribeca, right next to De Niro. But I'll be hood forever. I'm the new Sinatra. And since I made it here, I can make it anywhere. Yeah, they love me everywhere. I used to cop in Harlem. All of my Dominicanos right there up on Broadway. Pulled me back to that McDonald's. Took it to my stash spot.
The following is a presentation of Georgia Prep Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Georgia Prep Sports Network. Andrew Wyndham alongside Jason Sleeman here tonight for tonight's broadcast, the season opener of the 2013 Georgia High School Football Association. Here at Emory Sewell Stadium, a few technical difficulties as usual. Jason getting up and running the first night of the week. We're waiting for the clock to reset to an even Steven. 12 minutes. Tonight, North Cobb hosts Starrsville from down south Atlanta. They come calling up at Emory Sewell Stadium last year. North Cobb, the state 6A semifinalists led by Auburn commit and junior quarterback Tyler Queen. Ready for kickoff North Cobb will kick the ball off, moving right to left. 12 minutes on the clock, 3 timeouts apiece on this 85-degree balmy Friday night. And food and carrot compliments of Henry's for the boosters and sponsors for this great North Cobb program. There's the kick. Going to be fielded back inside the 5. He's across the 10, 15, hit it about the 16-yard line and immediately goes down. Credit number 1, Latrell Gibbs with the tackle, and you'll hear Gibbs' name early and often tonight as we take a quick look at the starting lineups. Looking on the defensive side of the ball for Starr's Mill, it'll be on the offensive side of the ball for Starr's Mill. The quarterback will be Satchel Goodrich, sophomore, playing for a senior who's out for the first half. John Smith, the senior running back, and they'll go about 3 wide with White, Ray, and Munnerlin, like Captain Munnerlin, for the Gamecocks. Here's a quick handoff, going to be to Smith. He's quickly across the right side, across the 20, down to the 23-yard line. If you're doing math, they started at the 19, give them the 23. That'll be a pickup of 4 as we cross 11 minutes and 40 seconds here, moving left to right. Starr's Mill in all-white jerseys, white pants, and silver helmets with that Panther symbol on either side. North Cobb, the Warriors, wearing white pants, orange jerseys, white numbers, white helmets with stripes down the middle, and that Warrior, that NC insignia on either side of their helmets. There's the snap. Goodrich hands off to Smith. Smith across the left side this time. He'll pick up, give him 2. He'll make the 25, and that'll bring up about 3rd down and 3. And Jason, if you're Coach Phillips, good to have the first set of downs be looking at a 3rd short versus a 3rd and long.
Yeah, most definitely. I think that they're going to try and control this and keep moving the ball along. So let's see what they do here. I think that they've been spreading out the defense a little bit, trying to run it. So let's see what they do here.
3rd down for the Panthers.
Long look to the sideline as the clock continues to roll. That shot clock going to be put in play here in Georgia high school football, but most high schools got the notice late in the preseason, going to be dragging their feet, if you will, to put the funds in place and put those in the end zones. Man in motion, hand to the man in motion. He'll go around the end. Going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage at about the 23. He'll go down right there. And North Cobb's defense stands tall on the first possession, as Starr's Mill you would expect that they would punt the ball away right here. And back to receive for North Cobb will be number 16, Devin Granville, just a junior, and he'll be accompanied by Latrell Gibbs, who made the initial stop on the kickoff as we opened the half. 10 minutes, 14 seconds, and rolling ball on the far left hash. They'll be kicking to North Cobb with Gibbs and Granville standing at about their 38-yard line. Late comer to the line for Starr's Mill here. Again, Andrew Wyndham and Jason Sleeman here on the mic, bringing you tonight's action live from Emory Sewell Stadium at North Cobb High School. Tonight's game made possible and brought to you by College Planning Institute. There's the snap. Going to be a rugby-style kick, end over end. Going to be fielded by Granville at the 39. He'll fake the handoff. He'll go reverse field. He's going to break a couple tackles, still on his feet, but he's reversed all the way back, lost about 5 right there, and we do have some laundry on the field.
Yeah, it looks like there's a flag on the play. Could have, not sure if that player was set on the offense when they actually snapped the ball.
If I'm Coach Queen, they're going to take the penalty because Granville reversed field about 5-6 yards, trying to make something out of not a whole lot when he went to the near sideline right below us to fake that handoff to Gibbs. That was enough time for the Panther faithful to collapse on him and corral Granville, pushing him back. So this time, Granville will receive on the left side. Gibbs will be on the right side. Granville basically in the middle of the field at the point of that arrow on that North Cobb insignia around the 38. Gibbs just to the right if he's facing the punter of the hash mark around the 39. And at 9:32, the ball will be moved back to the 20-yard line, and the punter will be standing on his 9-yard line.
they may be coming after this one. There's a lot of motion up front on the North Cobb side.
Snap, good. Rugby style kick. This time going to be a spiral. Landed about the 45 of North Cobb. Take a Panther bounce and go out at about the 36-yard line. So first and 10 for Tyler Queen and company is Coach Queen's son will take the helm at quarterback. He'll be flanked in the backfield starting with Javante Harrod, number 6, a senior, and Torrance McGee, number 5, will be back there on a frequent basis. But again, Harrod will be back there. Wideout's going to be Gibbs, Dodd, Granville, and Albright in that spread offense style. Twins right and left with Granville to the far extreme sideline. Queen stands in the gun, takes a snap, drops back, looks to his right, hits the back out of the backfield. He's caught it across the 35, up across the 40. Has room, still breaking tackles across the 45-yard line, and the spot will determine whether they move the chains.
Number 6, Javante Harrod, out across
the spot will be the 46-yard line. Waiting for the signal. Not enough for the first down, so a couple of hairs short at 9:04. First play from the line of scrimmage, good for 9 yards on that screen pass to Javante Harrod. This time 2 backs, this time with number 1, Latrell Gibbs, immediately behind Queen. Harrod to the right, and we've got a whistle and a stoppage in play as they're going to realign and reset here. Again, second and very, very short yardage. Now I think we're going to get a measurement here. Nope. They're going to reset the downs and give them the first down and move the chains now. So, first play from line of scrimmage, a screen play from Queen to Harrod. Good completion ratio when you go 1 for 1 and 10 yards on the first pass. Queen going to be in the gun again. Gibbs going to be immediately to the back right shoulder of Queen. Takes a snap, fakes to Gibbs. Out in the flats, pass good but not caught. Torrance McGee out in the slot position and couldn't hold on. Second down and 10 coming up. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Brings up a second down and 10 for the Warriors.
It looks like North Cobb's going to the quick passes. 2 right to the backfield, back to the back.
They like to speed it up, get those playmakers in space, and let them go to work. This time on the near sideline, we're going to have Gibbs and Albright. Granville sole wide out on the far right. That's Harrod in the backfield. Fake to Harrod. Quick pop to Albright. Tipped up in the air. It was right there for number 32, Smith, the senior linebacker, but he didn't see it dropping down, and it went right through his bare paws to the turf. Third down and 10 coming up after a good initial play of this drive that started at the 36. 8:44 to play. You're listening to the Georgia Prep Sports Network. Andrew Wyndham with your play-by-play here, along with my color man and Cobb Young Professional of the Year, Jason Sleeman. Great to have him with us for the season. Queen going to take a snap, drops back, looking deep over the middle, has pressure, throws through the hands of Torrance McGee, and McGee's going to rip those gloves off as if that potentially is the issue, Jason. But that won't matter right here because at 8:39, after a good first down, 10-yard pickup from Queen to Harrod, they'll punt the ball away. And not only does Queen play quarterback, he plays punter.
Lots of time on the field. Well, it's one of those things where he put it. All 3 of those passes actually hit the receivers in the hands, and they just couldn't come up with them. They were quick though. They were big bombs.
Queen punt away. Nice punt, better than we saw in the preseason. Fair catch called by number 11, which is Satchel Goodrich, the sophomore quarterback, cornerback, and punt return master for the Panthers. Panthers will take the ball, fair caught at the 20. And I got to tell you, if our listeners picked up on the number of players that the Panthers have playing both ways, Jason, fatigue could be a factor based off of conditioning early in this game, as warm as it is tonight.
Yeah, I think they've got 3 guys going each way, and they're all skill players, so that could be a lot.
Little commotion in the backfield. I like to call that the hurricane play. They take the snap, dip down, and a couple of backs run around in motion and see who comes out of it. Good penetration by the defensive line for North Cobb there, and they'll stop them maybe a pickup of 1 on the fall forward. So we've got 2nd down and 9 coming up.
Half a yard on the carry brings up a 2nd down and 9 for the Panthers.
Single wide out, split to the far left sideline. Bunch formation, 2 in the slot. Man in motion, going to be the give to Smith. Smith off the left tackle, hit immediately. Looks like he might have the original line of scrimmage as the clock runs past 7:40. They're going to give him about a half yard on that, bring up 3rd and about 8.5. So they'll need at least the 30-yard line for a 1st down. Waiting for the play to come in. Want to make sure you don't forget to follow us on Twitter for all our scores throughout Friday nights and updates throughout the week. Log on to twitter.com and follow us at GA Prep Sports. GA Prep Sports. Man in motion, fake, give to Smith. Smith going to be hit immediately, but he'll drive forward, have about 3 yards, just shy of the 25, and out comes the punting crew. So 2 possessions, a total of 7 plays thus far, the 8th coming up being the 2nd punt. And again, we have Granville and Gibbs back to receive the ball this time. They'll be scooted up a little bit closer to midfield. They'll be around the 42, maybe 43 instead of the 38. So if you're playing the field position battle, Cobb's going to pick up 5 yards on the field position battle right now. Long count. There's a snap. Kick up. Going to be a high kick near sideline and goes out of bounds. And it's going to take a mark by the sideline official. Let's see where they're going to mark this.
Takes me about the 51 or 49.
49-yard line of the Panthers. So best starting position of the night for North Cobb, and the field position battle definitely tilting in the favor of the Warriors. So Queen going to come back out with his company, his cohort, if you will, of skilled players. 3 wide out to the far side. Cameron Albright, the North Carolina commit, standing squarely on the 50s as they hand the ball off to Harrod. Harrod runs across the 45, give him the 43-yard line. They'll mark him down actually at the 44, and that'll bring up about 2nd and 5.
44-yard line.
6:05 to play here at Emory Sewell Field. First game of the season for North Cobb. Last week we were over at Sprayberry for a thumping that Wheeler put on Sprayberry. A big night for Wheeler as they won 44-14, and most of those points, 41 of them coming prior to the midpoint in the 2nd quarter. A couple Division I commits we'll talk about later. Motion goes Gibbs, far sideline. Hand to Gibbs. Takes a hit just shy of the 40-yard line. Helmet pops off, and Gibbs pops to the turf. Make it the 41. Pickup of 3. Going to need 2 on this upcoming 3rd down play with 5:47 to play. A lot of questioning about whether Wheeler was that good or Sprayberry was down that much. I think that it's going to take a couple weeks for that to pan out. Give to McGee this time. First action in the backfield. He'll have about 4 off the left side of the line. Good for the first down. They'll move the chains and mark the ball at the 38-yard line, Jason. You know, one of the things that just has to happen this early in the season is you never really know what kind of quality opponent that you have early in the season. You don't get the tape, you don't get the video, and some folks like to have coming out parties. Snap, Queen drops back, looks over the middle, has a receiver, it's McGee, touchdown McGee! Tyler Queen hooks up a 38-yard connection, compliments of the catch by Torrance McGee coming out of the slot on the right hash, and the Warriors have struck the board. 6-0, as the special teams unit comes on. And Tyler Queen had been the holder in the preseason, but looks like they've substituted him for Latrell Gibbs, who will hold, and the kicker will be number 19, Conley. Snap down, kick away, and it's good. We'll take a quick break here on the Georgia Prep Sports Network. Let them reset for the second kickoff of the game. Your score at 5:23 in the first quarter. North Cobb Warriors 7, Starr's Mill Panthers 0.
Proud supporter of tonight's game, and we also want to just say that we would love to have you. If you're a 6th through 12th grader, there's all the information you can need at www.burnhickory.com.
This is the sound of taste buds singing after experiencing Chick-fil-A's new yogurt parfaits. Creamy vanilla yogurt over fresh. Taste one today.
Welcome back. Georgia Prep Sports Network, made possible by the College Planning Institute. Andrew Wyndham, Jason Sleeman. 7-0 ball game. North Cobb strikes first, and you were talking during the break. The seas just kind of opened up, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, it was just one of those things where the defender split out, the seas opened up, it was a pass right down the middle, just an easy walk-in for that first touchdown.
There's the kickoff. Muhammad kicked off, received just inside. That's going to be 11. Goodrich across the 20. He's got room, make it the 25. And about the best field position Starr's Mill has started with tonight, their third possession of the game.
The one thing I'm noticing early on is it seems like every time that North Cobb defense is swarming, so it's multiple defenders every single time around that ball.
Well, you know, we often ask coaches, you know, what is actually the key to the game? And usually what they say is swarm the ball, get to the ball, 12 men tackling on defense. And Coach Queen happy to see his Warriors doing that this far. There's the give. Going to have the 34 on that carry.
42, Chandler Wooten making the stop for North Cobb. Ball is set down at the 34-yard line.
Second down and one coming up. 9 on the last carry. So the Panthers threatening on for the first time for a movement of the chains as we are at 4:40 and counting. Moving left to right is Starr's Mill here on the road. Bad snap, gets away from Goodrich. He's going to fall on it. It's still loose. Picked up. No, it's still on the ground. Who's got it? And it looks like Starr's Mill is going to recover it. That's number 58 for Starr's Mill, all the way back inside the 6.
Ball on the snap, finally recovered by the Panthers, number 58.
That's Ben Dorsey.
Ben Dorsey on the recover for the Panthers. And, Jason, that looked like a loose banana just squirting all over the place. Starr's Mill hopped on it, but now instead of 3rd and 1, after the errant snap, it's going to be 3rd and 28, about 2 yards short of what we call here a country mile on Georgia Prep Sports Network. Clearly this offense not built for a lot of passing, and so this puts on a 3rd and long the secondary for North Cobb and those athletes in Gibbs and Granville on high alert. Man in motion. Bad snap.
Oh, we got a flag. Flag on the play.
I think we're going to have a movement here as Smith, the back out of the Panther backfield, was really getting on one of his teammates to get down, stay set. And so now we're going to have 3rd and 31 because they're inside the 5.
Yeah, you got to worry about this point. They're sitting there. I think the North Cobb defense is going to start creeping up. I think they're going to come after this one.
Goodrich standing 1 yard deep in his end zone with Smith to his right. Snap, give to Smith. Smith looking for room. Going to be hit, bottled up, and he'll have nowhere to go. Maybe a half yard shy of the line of scrimmage at the 3:17, 3:16, 3:15 and counting here in the first quarter of the 2013 season for both Starr's Mill and North Cobb's Warriors. So the defense going to hold 3 possessions in a row. The first time the Warriors went first down, then 4 and out. The second time capitalized on a 38-yard connection from Queen to McGee.
They're going to have some good field position here. They've got the returners in Starr's Mill territory.
There's a snap. They don't go after it. Return is on. Fielded by Granville. This time going to fake. Running opposite side, not going anywhere. And he'll go down at the hash at the 45. And Jason, I understand when you have athletes, playmakers in space, you like the value of the fake, but Granville's faked the fake now twice, and both times have really just allowed the defense to converge.
Yeah, I think sometimes you just, if you're that good, you just go after it. Go straight towards the other side and just keep running that way.
Well, it's kind of like in basketball. You don't get points for dribbling. You don't get yardage for moving east and west. You got to go north and south with the football. North Cobb going to put the ball in play at the 45 of the Panthers, and going to have.
It's like they're calling
it's a warning on the
yeah.
band for Starr's Mill. They can't play during the whistle play. Queen takes a snap. Fakes, gives to the up back. That's going to be Harrod across the 40 inside the 35 and marked out at the 34. Big run for Harrod, 11 yards.
He lowered that shoulder and kept going, fought for those last 2 yards as he was going out of bounds.
He looked like a bulldozer, dozing some Panthers in his wake. 2:26 to play as he was run out of bounds, and the clock will stop as they reset the chains. Looking for the official mark, and it looks like there's some discussion where they're going to mark it now. One official looks like he's going to mark it shy of the 35. Another wanted to mark it at about the 34. So they're going to flip a coin as Coach Phillips is over there weighing in his closing arguments of this call. Now we've got a penalty. Not quite sure what that was. They're going to move it an additional.
It's got to be against Starr Mills. They're moving it that way.
It'll be 5 yards on Starr's Mill.
Oh,
now we've got
moving it back.
Offsetting penalties. Maybe it's a personal foul call. It would have to be. They've moved the ball all the way back to the 49 of North Cobb, so a net loss for North Cobb of 6 yards. I've never seen that call before.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it was because he lowered his head. I'm not really sure there.
Here's the snap. Queen drops back, looking deep, has a man open, looking for Granville, tipped and incomplete. Compliments of Goodrich playing 3 ways, quarterback, and punt and kick return. Goodrich, the sophomore, a key player here early in this game and contest. Pass incomplete. And it'll bring up second down from the 49. 16 yards needed to move the chains at 2:20 to play here in the first quarter of Emory Sewell Field. You know, one of the best things about calling games here at North Cobb, get to work with Josh Dempsey and his broadcasting crew. Great to see these students getting some real-life experiences. Now we'll get another whistle and a flag on the field, and this is just that typical first-game sloppy play, Jason.
Yeah. Well, you know, one of the things I've noticed is North Cobb has really started going, turning it upfield. Before they were, a little couple dump-off passes, a little bit shorter, and now they're really starting to stretch it out. They're going to get some of those yards back here. It looks like that penalty is going to be on Starr Mill. They're going to pick some yards back up.
That's going to be good for 5, so make it 2nd and 11 as Coach Phillips is not happy. It looks like the defense lined up in the neutral zone, Jason, and so they'll move it 5. And back across into Panther territory at 2 minutes, 20 seconds, even here on the Georgia Prep Sports Network. Snap, Queen has lots of room. Harrod breaks 3 tackles. He's across the 30, another one, break block, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Javante Harrod. 2 minutes and 9 seconds, just 11 seconds to scamper from the 46-yard line all the way across the pay dirt, Jason. And Javante Harrod was the little engine that could, but not so little, huh, Jay?
Yeah, I mean, he really, once he turned it on, everyone was just basically standing behind him. There wasn't even a chance to catch him once he turned the burners on.
So 2:09 to play in the first quarter. The kick is up, it's away, and it's good. North Cobb takes a 14-point lead. Predicted to win by the MDJ earlier pregame. Jason, what was that prediction?
I think it was 20-7. I think that they're really going to handle that. I think
They're 6 points away at least from hitting their even mark. So if you've got the over, things are looking good for you with North Cobb. One of the things that really is a powerful thing when you have a back like here, though, Jason, and the skill players in the wideouts like Granville, Gibbs, Albright, and the list goes on, it's not a dual threat. It's like a quadruple, quintuple threat.
Yeah, I think that they've got too many weapons at this point. Starr Mills, on defense, they're looking around. They're really trying to find their way right now because it just keeps going. The 1-2 punch and the 3 punch now is coming in to make that action. They don't really know which way it's coming.
So 2:09, and if you can imagine the energy, the orange towels are floating through the air here at North Cobb as they get ready for their third kickoff. There's the snap. The kick. Muhammad going to kick it deep. Goodrich fields it at the 3. He's got the 15, 20, across the 20, down to the 24, and he'll be stopped right there.
Number 11, Goodrich on the return for the Panthers. Brought down by number 42.
That's a lot of touching the ball when you're the quarterback and you're on the other side and you're returning the kick. That's he's being his own triple threat there. Sitting here waiting on Starr Mill to break the huddle. Goodrich is coming in. He's starting to call the play in the huddle.
2:01 to play here in the first quarter. Nobody's used a timeout. Ball sitting on the 24. Goodrich going to be in the gun. To his left will be Smith. Tripp, twins to the near side. Going to go bubble screen. Hits his man, has to turn around to catch it. 20, looking back to line of scrimmage. Has it. He'll be the 25. Make it the 26. And he'll be run out of bounds right there. Only 2 yards for all that movement and motion, Jason. But one of the things is when your wide receiver has to turn around and catch it and then reverse out after it dampens the momentum, if you will.
Yeah, you want to get that ball out in front of him, try and give it something to catch and keep the momentum going. He basically slowed himself down. And at that point, 2 North Cobb defenders were able to really converge on that and hold him in.
Second down, 8 coming up. 1:53 as the clock stopped when he was run out of bounds. Goodrich going to be in the gun. Smith to his right. Twins to the right sideline. Split across the hash. Fakes. Rolls near sideline. Has his receiver. Going to be laid out by number 1, Gibbs. Unbelievable shot. If you're looking for a shot highlight, Gibbs just steps up right here and absolutely decapitates the intended receiver. There's the pass, steps up, looking, and he'll remember number 1 the next time he's out in the flats right there, ladies and gentlemen, because I got to tell you, Gibbs lit him up. That's that senior power with a little toot, if you will, Jay.
That's right. I'll tell you, that is no fun being that receiver. 2 things happened. 1, he got hit bad, and 2, he didn't catch the ball.
You know, when I was playing, they used to say you might as well catch it because you're probably going to get hit either way, and at least if you catch it, it feels better. But I don't think there's anything about that feels good. Snap, rolls out, twins to the right. Looking for room, got pressure, going to be hit at the 25-yard line. He'll go down at the 25.5, so no gain right there. 4th down coming up, and at 1:30 and rolling on the clock in the first quarter of play. Starrsville going to look to kick it away, and North Cobb going to look to tack one more on before the close of the first 12 minutes in tonight's matchup. Want to make sure you remember that that we have several games on every week. 6 games on tonight, 2 in Bartow, 4 around the Cobb area, and a host of games coming up next week, all on Georgia Prep Sports Network, brought to you by the College Planning Institute. There's the kick, going to go out of bounds again this time. They'll mark it at about the 46, and North Cobb will put it in play just under a minute at 59 seconds from their 46-yard line, 1st and 10. And Coach Queen would like his son and the boys to do it one more time again before the end of the quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but it looks like those last 3 kicks, they've all been targeted out of bounds. They may be afraid of the return, don't want to have to defend that.
Well, Granville and Gibbs, both very talented players, but it hadn't hurt them so far, and maybe Coach Phillips on the other sideline not intending for it to start now. Queen going to have Herod behind him, takes a snap, gives to Herod. Herod has 5 yards, has 6 yards across the 45. And they'll mark him at the 44-yard line, so give him, we'll say 5 on the pickup. 2nd down and 10 coming up as we hit the 42nd mark. This time Herod will be to the left. Snap, pass to the flats, thrown over the intended receiver, number 18 for North Cobb.
Jeremy Bell falls incomplete.
Jeremy Bell.
That's Bell making his first entrance into the game. Bell's a big kid, about 6'3", 6'4". Queen just can't get his receivers to put their hands together. You got to use that W or that Y as they teach you at summer camp. There's a snap, give to Herod. No, he'll quarterback keeper, 40, 35, 30. He's across the 25, breaks a tackle. One man to beat and going to be drugged down from behind. That's number 25 for the Panthers. And there you see the quintuple threat is if you fail to account for the quarterback and Queen right there, you may have some problems. And thankfully, number 25 for the Panthers.
Ryan Roper came back, drug him down from the back. You know, that seems to be the recipe right now for North Cobb. Just keep it on the ground, keep moving it. Don't let them know who's got the ball and just keep running it.
Suck those safeties up and then hit them deep on the pass. 19 seconds to play in the first quarter. Trips to the near sideline. Herod going to be to the right of Queen. Queen takes the snap in the gun. Gives to Herod. Herod's got room. Breaks a tackle across the 5. Rumbling, stumbling, and goes down just inside the 5-yard line to about the 3. Make it the 2-yard line. 1st and goal to go right here. Ball on the 1-yard line, and that will end the quarter. We'll take a break with them. Be right back for the second quarter of action. At the end of 12 minutes and 1 quarter of play, North Cobb leads the score 14-0 over Starr's Mill, visiting here at Emory Sewell Stadium. Back in a moment after a word from our sponsors in just a moment.
In for breakfast.
Game of the 2013 campaign. North Cobb Warriors sitting on the 1-yard line, knocking bang bang at the door, Jason, as we open the second quarter of play. Queen under center, takes snap, in motion, and we're going to have a movement, and that's going to cost North Cobb, I believe, about 5, unless the Panther defense made contact prior to the North Cobb movement.
A lot of discussion there, not quite sure what's going on. Got a North Cobb personnel change. They are switching a lot of players out right now.
The one guy that didn't switch out, though, was Tyler Queen and Herod, who will be in the backfield with him. We've got Gibbs, Granville, number 13, Dion Dodd.
So they actually,
And now we've got a whole nother group switching out here.
About the half-yard line.
How about that for some personnel changes?
Yeah, there you go. So it was a defensive offside. So the ball moved up about a half a yard.
So they like the package they had on, and we'll rush them back out. Queen going to be under center. McGee going to be moving in motion now to the left side. Fake. Queen's going to give the ball, and it's good.
Devontae Harris went in without even being touched.
Javonte Harris, 2 touchdowns on the night. This is a 1-yard TD scamper at 11:54 in the second quarter. Give him 2 touchdowns of his own and 20 on the board, so that North Cobb's reached the predicted mark and now exceeded it 6 seconds into the second quarter. So at 11:54, 21-0, North Cobb leads Starr's Mill. We'll prepare to kick the ball off, moving from left to right when we return after a word from our sponsors.
Of Cobb County AAA Sign Crafters. For those who want to be discovered. From vehicle wraps and graphics to any size banner, we've got you covered. Call 770-422-0199 and check out AAASignCrafters.com. Blow away the competition with AAA Sign Crafters.
Come into Stressless Leather Gallery and experience the unparalleled comfort of Stressless. The chair effortlessly follows your moves, offering head and lumbar support.
Welcome back, Georgia Prep Sports Network on the scene at Emory Sewell Stadium, home of the North Cobb Warriors. A little Our House to bring us back because North Cobb definitely on their season opener, reminding everybody this is their house, Jason. 21-0, just 6 seconds deep into the second quarter of play, and we've still got another 24 minutes to play. We need to see Starr's Mill make a statement. There's the kickoff, going to roll out of bounds. That'll be a flag, move the ball up to the 35. And Starr's Mill will be grateful because that's their best starting field position of the game, Jason.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that's really rare. Number 88 is actually the one who made that kickoff.
That's Muhammad.
He's a pretty big guy.
And the special teams coach going to meet him at about the 40-yard line and ask him what went wrong there. And they're going to talk it over and hopefully next time a better result. But North Cobb really not hurt by that, up 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And, we talked about coming out parties earlier. Last night, if you saw that great matchup, Ole Miss coming from behind right at the end to beat Vanderbilt, Luttrell had a huge coming out party, some incredible catches for the Rebels. And another Cobb faithful over there, Evan Ingram from Hillgrove High School signed down there with Nkemdiche in that strong class for Coach Hugh. Goodrich takes a snap, gives the handoff. Man in motion far right side, looking for room. Great pursuit, sideline to sideline by North Cobb. They'll run him out of bounds at best at the original line of scrimmage. Hey, by the way, if you have friends or family that can't make it out to the game like yourself, it's great news. Make sure they catch all the live action on GeorgiaPrepSportsNetwork.com. Take your Friday night high school experience to the next level if you are at the game. Listen to tonight's game on your smartphone live at GeorgiaPrepSportsNetwork.com. And listen every week as we catch all the replay of action 24/7 anytime at GeorgiaPrepSportsNetwork.com. Georgia Prep Sports Network highlighting the stars of tomorrow today. Second down. Ball is handed off, going to go right side. They'll blow it dead. And now it looks like we've got a movement procedure penalty on Starr's Mill. They'll move it back 5, bring up second down and 15. Ball now will be on the 30-yard line. And they'll try again at 11-16, Jay.
I'll tell you, at this point, Starr's Mill has been their own worst enemy at this point. They've got flags down there on the goal line, and now here it's really impeding the start of their drive. So if they can get themselves under control, they may have some better results here.
They just need some momentum. They just can't seem to get – it's like the Regions Bank commercial, but nobody can get the wheels turning here for the Panthers. There's a snap, drops back. Goodrich looks over the middle, has his receiver, dumps it off, but at the 30, and he'll be met by number 25 for North Cobb.
Number 3, Seth White.
Devon Harris.
Devon Harris with the tackle.
Yeah, the junior outside linebacker.
Nice tackle. 10:40 and running. 3rd down and 14 coming up with the ball on the 31. Only 1 yard on that last reception. Goodrich motions man in motion. Now he'll send him back. Going to have an audible from the sideline. Signal resets the play. 10:20 and counting. Goodrich in the gun, takes a snap, drops, bubble screen, fires out, incomplete. 4th down and 14 coming up, and I'm betting you're going to see the special teams out to punt the ball away here after the 5th 4 now for the Panthers.
They just can't even get that first set of downs to move those chains. They're stalling out every single time, and I think we're going to probably see another one of those rugby-style kicks, and we'll see if this one goes out of bounds or if they're going to let someone go ahead and try and get a return on.
Try to give you a couple more scores around the state here as games are finally starting to get underway. There's the kickoff. Granville will give it this time to Gibbs. Gibbs got room, 40, 45, 50. 3 men to beat. 1 man to beat. The kicker, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Gibbs! Unbelievable. And right there, Jay, we see why Granville's been fake. Got you this time. Give to Gibbs, and that's all she wrote. Gibbs was off to the races. Unbelievable play right here. Let's see if we can get the replay. There's the kick. Granville fields it. Toss to Gibbs. Gibbs goes around the right side at about the 35, and you see right there, breaks 2 tackles, and he's through to the deep level, and he's gone. Also a penalty on the play.
It was
going to be a decline penalty, a motion penalty.
Touchdown.
And Latrell Gibbs says, hey, tell you what, Tyler, I was open a couple of times. You didn't see me. You went down the middle for the seam. I'm just going to return this one to the house all by my lonesome. Give me that ball, Granville, and I'm going to eat it like a gummy bear. 10 minutes even to play in the second quarter, and it's 27-0 compliments of Latrell Gibbs.
Seems like North Cobb is trying to find every single way. They're going to keep checking him off. The extra point is good, making it 28-0 North Cobb.
We'll take a quick break with them. We'll be right back here on the Georgia Prep Sports Network after a word from our sponsors. Welcome back. A little afterburners right there. I believe that's from Top Gun. And when Gibbs got that ball right there, Jay, it was nothing but afterburners as he broke the 50-yard line, and he looked like in a rocket exploding. The cameraman for North Cobb's student broadcast crew barely kept up with him moving the thing, and that's not their fault. That's the kind of speed that Gibbs has.
Yeah, I'm worried that Starrsville may be in the danger zone now. You know, it's not looking so good for him. It's starting to get really lopsided really quick. We're going to get a little different look here on the kickoff return.
This time we're going to have a kickoff by Conley. There's a kick, going to be a squib kick, and going to hit Starr's Mill and go out of bounds. Well, actually it's not, so it'll move it to the 35. I think they're trying to kick the ball away from Goodrich of Starr's Mill, and Conley the kicker this time in place of Mohammed. They share duties, and Conley kicks the extra points. That's going to move the ball to the 35. While we're resetting the chains, I'm going to give you some quick scores. Or Jay, I'll let you give them the scores here as we run down.
Yeah, well, right now we've got West Forsyth 14, Gainesville 10.
That's a close game.
Yeah,
Gainesville, the quarterback, the standout last year. Gainesville, the state champion. Impressive there for West Forsyth.
Yeah, we've also got a local game here. We've got Marietta 14, Pope 7 in the second quarter.
Cartersville 6-0 on Darlington. That also available on the Georgia Prep Sports
Flag on the
Network.
field.
And Altoona thumping Woodland 21-0 in the second quarter. Lovejoy 14-0.
You got Hillgrove 0, Camden County 0 in the second quarter.
That's a doubleheader, the battle of the big chicken over there. North Paulding 14-7 over Flowery Branch. That's kind of a rematch of last year. And see, that is last year's score, and how did I think of it? Okay, so Goodrich going to put the ball in play, man in motion. Gives to the back, he's got room. Looking right side, breaks a tackle across the 35, make it the 37. And it'll bring up second down and 8. Number 8, the back right there. That's Dion Munnerlin. Haven't been able to confirm whether that might be any likeness to Captain Munnerlin at South Carolina. And speaking of South Carolina, did you ever expect the thumping that they put on Clemson last night, Jay?
You know, I really can't believe that. I think we're seeing tonight that some of these North Cobb guys are going to be able to help out that North Carolina team, get them up there.
Well, you know, South Carolina filled out by a host of folks from McEachern right down the road. And, you know, a lot of folks think McEachern is loaded for broke this year. There's a snap. Goodrich going to keep around the end, going to be drugged down. Credit number 35 for North Cobb on the stop. That's Cartledge, the sophomore. And a lot of North Cobb's lineup tonight, Jay, is in the senior realm. 2 seniors on the defensive line, 3 seniors in their linebacker corps, but they do have that freshman playing in Wooten. And then their secondary 3 seniors in Gibbs, Albright, and Kirk, with St. Roman, the sophomore cornerback. And then when you look on the opposite side, their line is filled with seniors, with the exception of the sophomore Smith and the junior Overly. So North Cobb, a very senior and seasoned team. Snap, Goodrich rolls out, got pressure, going to be drugged down, and we're going to have a penalty flag. The question is, will it be a face mask call? Number 10 on the stop for North Cobb.
Chad McClanahan.
Clanahan not playing back there. Can't even read my own writing here as it's starting to get dark. So let's see what the call is.
Penalty against North Cobb. Here's the ball to the 35.
It's going to be a penalty against North Cobb.
So 3rd and 10 to go here from the 35, 8:10 to play. Going to go twins to the left, man in the slot on the right side, back to the right of Goodrich. Takes a snap, drops, under pressure, goes down, and there he is once again. Number 25 for the North Cobb Warriors. Early and often, Devon Harris not playing games back there.
Also going to play back to the 30-yard line. Be 4th down for the Panthers. Back deep to North Cobb, number 1.
So the last time the Panthers kicked the ball off,
33.
Mr. Gibbs took it about 65 yards to the house.
Yeah, I have a feeling we may see one of those punts out of bounds. They do not want to get burned like that again.
Well, you know, they kicked the ball away, but Gibbs gets over there so quick. This time it will roll out of bounds at the 45, and that's where they'll take over.
Warrior territory.
Well, a whole host of Georgia football players at South Carolina. Last night, looking at the lineup, 4 or 5 kids from Stevenson, 6 kids from McEachern. You look at the quarterback, the former coach from over in Stone Mountain, the quarterback that was recruited. Many folks said he wouldn't play, had the off-the-field issues with the previous quarterback. He stepped in and was able to make it work. There's a big pass complete. It's Herod. Herod across, down inside the 35. Man shaken up, and that is number 21. But Herod will be inside the 25, all the way down to the 24 off that play. First and 10 at 7:05.
Yeah, it looks like Patrick Mullis on Starr's Mill. He's actually walking off the field right now, so going to get a change on that. Well, I think when you start talking about that Georgia pipeline, Georgia really is starting to bring out a lot of great talent, and just keep feeding them up the line. So hopefully we're going to be able to see a lot of those guys in the SECs coming up.
Georgia, more kids in college football per capita than any other state. There's Granville, pass complete from Queen across the 15, down inside the 10, still moving inside the 5, and he'll be drugged down just shy of the touchdown at the 2. As you can barely read his number, his jersey folded up underneath after that nice pickup after the pass. We call those yak, yards after the catch.
Yeah, I think this display right now is telling you why those Georgia players are making it to the college so quickly and being able to get on the field and make the impact that they are.
28-0, 6:47. Snap, direct to Queen. Queen going to keep it, going to be bottled up at about the 3-yard line. Now, Shane Queen's son Tyler committed to Auburn. Last year after the Walton game, we had him up here. He was wearing an Alabama football camp shirt, and I said, we got to get you a better-looking shirt. He said, I'd rather die before I'd wear orange and blue. Apparently he's died and gone to heaven, God's country, down on the plains, Jason, because he'll be playing for Gus in the Bus as they'll get their start tomorrow against Washington State. And I'll give you a little trivia here. Who's the head coach over at Washington State? Do you remember him? I'll give you a teaser. The former coach at Texas Tech before he got run out of town by the famous ESPN announcer and his son. Come on now.
Yikes, I think you may have stumped me on that.
You're better than that. I'll give you a couple other hints. He got his start as the assistant coach underneath Hal Mummy.
That's a blast from the past, talking about Hal Mummy.
Yeah, Big Hal. Speaking of Hal Mummy, made famous for coaching over at Kentucky. Kentucky going to have Stoops' little brother down there at Kentucky, and seeing what he can do to kind of turn things around there.
As you're talking about Texas Tech, I know that you got one of your favorite guys, Tommy Tuberville,
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Andrew,
I haven't cried since Tuberville left, I promise you.
The fact that you're interested in Auburn, I have a feeling that's kind of goes back to maybe your roots there.
A little bit, potentially. It's rumored. Kind of like the rumor with Manziel and signing the footballs for money.
Yeah.
I mean, there's evidence there, but nothing definitive, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Either he didn't get it or he did. A half a game on the starting first game of the season. Not too much there. He drags a couple defenders in for
It's going to be Herod, right?
Yep.
Herod for another touchdown.
He's got another touchdown, 34. It looks like we may double up on that prediction of 20 here.
North Cobb not playing.
Number 19, Zach Conley in to attempt the extra point for North Cobb.
Here's the snap. Kicks up. It's away, and it's good. 35-0. It's 6:06 to play.
One thing I love is those soccer shoes. You notice a lot of the kickers going to that. These are some bright yellow shoes. They're probably the easiest thing to see from the field is those shoes right now.
Mike Leach.
Mike Leach. Oh, yeah.
You don't remember Mike?
I do remember Mike Leach.
And his assistant coach started the pistol offense as his offensive coordinator. So I'm telling you, rumors are that Washington State might pop out the pistol.
The pistol. There you go.
On the plains.
Hey, look, I'm going to tell you something. If this talent filling the SEC is from here, I don't think that West Coast stuff's going to matter too much. Now, one thing I will tell you is when this crowd, this North Cobb crowd, is really into this. It is an electric atmosphere tonight. As that sun is finally kind of going down, a little blue haze. It is a fun place to be right now.
It's almost like a little reddish orange Cobb, orange North Cobb on the horizon, isn't it, Jason? There's the kickoff, going to be fielded by the up back at about the 30 on the far sideline, and it's 6:06.
Fair catch by the Panthers.
The fair catch made by the Panthers will put the ball in play from there.
All right, so let's see if we can keep those the penalties from hurting them here. If they can get a little momentum going.
They just don't need to be in 3rd and long, Jason. And if you're Coach Phillips, you know, you got 6 minutes to go here. You're down by obviously 5 touchdowns. Everybody can do the math, but you need something to build on in this first game of the season. You just need a momentum, a couple first downs, move the chains, something that you can go back and build on at halftime. There's a snap. Give to Smith. Smith rumbles ahead. He's got the 35. He'll pick up 4 on the carry and bring up 2nd down and 6. Now they need 3 or 4 more and be in short distance and then just be disciplined.
Keep it controlled. You know, that was a nice little run. Kind of turned it up north-south real quick, and he was able to get a couple yards. If he can do that again, something similar, don't get too fancy here. I think that's one of the things that's been hurting them. They've been trying to get fancy, and if they'll just stick to the plan, they can try and claw back here.
Coming up at halftime in 5.5 minutes, the A&W Chiropractic halftime adjustments of the game. There's a snap of the give. He'll be up to about the 38. Give him 3 more, and he will indeed have a 3rd and 3 coming up. He being Goodrich, the quarterback for the Panthers.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I mean, on that one, he grabbed a couple North Cobb defenders and kept dragging them along with him.
Quick play, he's going to keep her right up the middle, and he's going to have enough. Give him 4 on the carry. 1st and 10 Panthers. No playing now, Jay.
There you go. I mean,
no penalties, moving the ball,
hey, we're
rumbling, stumbling,
moving the chains, right?
Absolutely. Don't forget your halftime show brought to you by the College Planning Institute. We'll give you an opportunity to hear the incredible band from North Cobb High School along with the visiting band from Starr's Mill. But North Cobb not only known for their football but also for their exceptional talent in the arts and the bands.
Yeah.
There's a snap. Give by Goodrich to Smith. He'll cross the 45. Give him 2 or 3 on the carry. It'll come down to the spot. They're going to give him the 46, so 3 on the pickup. 2nd down and 7 coming up.
Brings up a 2nd down and 7.
And speaking of Auburn, I don't know if you know about the Cam Newton 7-on-7.
Yeah.
Sitting here witnessing the champions of that Auburn, the Cam Newton 7-on-7 tournament.
And if you had a peek at North Cobb's website, you'd see him kind of hanging, chilling with Cam.
Yeah.
Yep. Drinking a little Cam juice.
Oh.
Last year we opened the season up at Cam Newton's alma mater. We'll see if you remember where that is. Snap. Give across the middle. He's got room for 50 and runs into one of his own coaches and bounces him back. That's number 8 on the carry, Dion Munnerlin, the sophomore, and he's going to cross midfield for the first time for Starr's Mill, and that will be good to move the chains. Actually, going to be 2 yards shy of moving the chains. Make it 1 yard. They're going to actually, no, it'll be 2. They're going to mark him at the 49. I thought he might have had 47 with the progress, but that looked like the out-of-bounds forward progress.
We're starting to see a little bit difference here. They're gaining some momentum, being able to move the ball a little bit. This could create some interesting second half here.
We hope so. There's a snap. Give to Smith. Smith ahead, going to have 1. And it'll bring up 4th down and 1, and at 3:50 to go here. Big call coming up for Coach Phillips and company. Do you go for it and hope that you keep the momentum rolling and give it to North Cobb, or do you play the field position, despite the fact you haven't been able to stop Tyler Queen and his band of merry men?
Yeah, well, it looks like we're going to have a timeout here maybe to discuss that.
Goodrich over chatting with Coach Phillips.
We're actually.
Looks like we may actually have a
measurement.
If it's a measurement, Starr's Mill certainly doesn't want to have any influence on the outcome there. It looks like they will actually measure it.
I think it's going to be short here. Looks like about a yard.
I would tend to lean that direction. So while they're doing that, I'll give you your trivia question for the night. The high school that Cam Newton graduated from. I'll give you a tip. You weren't with us last year, but I know you were listening. to the opener last year down in South Atlanta, played the Hillgrove Hawks. Westlake High School, home of Pac-Man Jones,
That's
Cam Newton, and a whole host of others. I'll tell you,
you know,
quickly, the PA guy was new last year at Westlake, and we were opening up, and I said, home of Cam Juice, and he said, shut up.
Well,
Cam Newton played football here, and I said, hey, bud, as a PA guy, you got to kind of get in the mix. You got to figure this out.
Let me tell you something. I'm a Georgia guy, so I'd kind of like to forget about Cam Newton the whole time.
Well, you know, Alabama fans forgot about him after they figured that they couldn't get him disqualified for
taking some money.
Taking money, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but with the college planning stuff we often use the analogy of athletes. We say if you had a guy who could guarantee a national championship, what would the school do to get him? And the answer is just about anything.
Oh, yeah.
Legal, illegal, you name it. We're going to take a quick break as they take a timeout on the field. Back in a moment on the Georgia Prep Sports Network. Tonight's game brought to you by the College Planning Institute. 35-0, 3:22 to play. Back in a moment after a word from our sponsors.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, 2 weeks.
Better. We've got you covered. Call 7.
Back at Emory Sewell Stadium, 4th and 1, 3:22 to go. Starr's Mill going to go for it. Gives to Smith. Busts ahead.
Oh.
Going to come down to the spot right here. Here's a spot. Looks like they're going to have it.
23.
The side
We'll wait
judges
for
any
official
indication.
spot.
Yeah.
They will. They're going to give him 2 yards on the carry. They'll give him the 46, and that'll move the chains.
35, Scotty Cartledge.
So Starr's Mill rolls the dice here,
Yeah.
takes time out, chats about it, raises the morale, has Tony Robbins come up, tell him to, find the giant within. And here comes Munderland with the ball around the end. He's got the 40, inside the 40 to the 39.
I'll tell you, Munderland is starting to run a little bit more like an angry guy here. Drug 3 or 4 North Cobb guys for a couple of yards. They've got some purpose now. They're actually kind of focused. One of the things that you're noticing is it's not as disoriented. If you remember early in the first quarter, that Starr's Mill side, right after the, right before the ball, there's a lot of movement there. And they've kind of settled in, kind of understand what their game plan is now, and they're moving the ball.
Well, one of the ways you stop the bleeding is keep moving the ball yourself and don't give it to the opposition as we're inside 2.5 minutes. Goodrich takes a snap, gives to Smith, bounces around, still pushing ahead. Going to be drugged back, but not before forward progress. Moves the ball up to, we'll call it the 36-yard line. And the spot will make all the difference here in whether they move the chains after 2 consecutive plays.
Yeah,
are they going to measure? Nope, they're going to move the chains.
Here we go.
So
now it's a timing issue. We got 2 minutes left. They've been pretty much stuck to the ground. Fortunately, they've got 3 timeouts left.
They're 2 timeouts now. Come on.
2 timeouts.
Don't
now.
give
You're
them
right.
one for
That's
Christmas.
Right.
It's still a few months off.
That's right. That's right. We got 2 minutes left.
You're going to let them roll over one from the last game last year, right?
I would. I'd let them hold it.
There's the snap. Give to Smith, hitting the backfield immediately. He's going nowhere. Lucky to get back to the original line of scrimmage as the clock rolls 1:45 and tick-tock goes the first half as it begins to expire here in the second quarter. 35-0 here at Emory Sewell Stadium. Tonight's game brought to you by College Planning Institute. We make colleges compete for you.
Well, there's no urgency here. I mean, they've got the clock is ticking down. We're at 1:23. Got that second down. Just now breaking the huddle as we get right up to about 1 minute.
Long snap. Dropped back. Goodrich got trouble, going to be held on, going to throw it up. It's going to go a backward lateral, and they're going to call that intentional grounding, and that'll be a loss of down, and typically they'll spot him right where he was going down. And if so, that'll move him back to midfield, and that might be just what the doctor ordered for the North Cobb Warriors to put a not so fast to this drive for Starr's Mill.
Yeah, they were close to maybe being able to get some points on the board going into the half, and that is just going to take them way out of contention.
So 1:03 to play. Now looking at second down, and instead of the ball being on the 36, it's all the way back. I believe they're sorting this out. It's going to be back around, wow, the other side of the field, Jason.
Yeah, that's no good.
This is officially going to be a country mile and then some.
Yeah, they're still marching it back all the way back to the 45.
They're 45, so about a 30.
Move the ball back to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, we got about
Third and long for the Panthers.
third and
That's
long.
1 yard shy of the official country mile here. Goodrich going to be in the gun, going to have twins near sideline, single wide out, low snap, give to Smith. Smith's got room, right side, breaks a tackle, 45-40. Run out of bounds at the 40-yard line, so Smith says, I ain't scared. He picks up all but about 5 yards. Excuse me, he picks up about half of that distance. They're going to need the 26 for a first down, and they're going to be up to around, with the spot, the 42. So going to need 16 more yards. And I would suspect, well, with 47 seconds, maybe you go for it here.
Yeah, I think they just take a injured Starr Mill player off the field. So I think at this point, you know, North Cobb's probably not going to try and run anything up too crazy at this. So why not go ahead and take that shot at it? Because if North Cobb gets the ball, they're probably just going to take it into the half at this point.
47 seconds to play, 35-0. You're listening to the Georgia Prep Sports Network. Andrew Wyndham, Jason Sleeman. Don't forget to check out our games next week across the state of Georgia. We'll bring you Altoona versus Paulding County at Altoona, Laster and Sprayberry, Harrison, Alpharetta, Woodstock at Kell. There's a snap, and it's going to be a gang rush pile.
Yeah, that ball hit him in the feet. That's never a good place on 4th and 16 to have the ball hit you in the feet. That you can't do much with it then.
Well, there's some individuals that do incredible things with their feet, but I don't think Goodrich, as talented as he is one of them.
Yeah, that's a different football, right?
It is. Indeed it is. Queen going to come onto the field. He'll have Herod to his right, Granville immediately below us, and twins to the far sideline, and Gibbs and Albright. Albright yet to touch the ball tonight. There's a snap, drops back, rolls to the near sideline, fires, has Granville at the 40, breaks a tackle, end over end, down to the 38-yard line, and out of bounds at 35 seconds. And if you're not careful right here, Queen's going to go ahead and stamp one more in the end zone right here. 35 seconds matches the number of points put on the board in the first half thus far by the North Cobb Warriors. Queen going to have Herod to his left, Albright lone wide out to the far side, Gibbs at the slot. There's a snap, drops back, rolls to the right, looking, has Albright, runs out of bounds, but without the football, and that's just a lack of concentration on Albright. He's better than that.
He was thinking touchdown is what he was thinking. He was already moving up the field, but he forgot the ball.
Got to catch the ball first and then run with it right there. And 30 seconds to go here. Queen going to have Herod to his right. McGee and Granville near sideline. Gibbs and Albright far sideline. Going down the middle. Once Gibbs bumped. No flag. Gibbs clearly bumped, and it affected the reception of the football. But I think the referees somewhat.
Yeah, they're gonna let that.
They got
get
a heart.
away. Yeah,
they're gonna let that bump go.
They avoided the dagger in the heart there on that one. But I don't think they're gonna back off. I think we're gonna get one more shot at the end zone here before the half.
I can promise you that's gonna happen. 23 seconds to play. 3rd down and 10. Ball at the 38. Queen takes a snap. Rolls to the left. Looks. Fires. Has Albright. Going to go out of bounds as they move the chains.
Pass complete to number 3.
First and 10,
Cameron
17 seconds to go, and the ball will be inside the 30, mark it at the 27-yard line.
And about the Panthers' 27-yard line. First and 10, Warriors.
A lot of movement on that defensive side. They're trying to figure out who they're going to cover on this.
Queen takes a snap, rolls right near sideline, fires up. Incomplete, going to be a pass, and they're going to hold McGee. McGee livid down there.
Looks like he's going to get that call this time, right?
Livid would not begin to cover it. McGee, an angry man, saw his spot for the spotlight times number 2 to even the score with his colleague Javante Herod, and unable to catch it because he got the jersey snagged on a few times.
Yeah, well, I bet he get his number called again.
Now we're going to have, yes, defensive holding will be the call. I'm not sure what they're doing. North Cobb moved back, and now they're going to move the ball forward from the 26. Should be a 10-yard foul, I believe. It is, and move it up to the 16, and at 11 seconds to go, we'll have Granville and Gibbs along with McGee, trips to the right, Albright, lone wide out on the far left side, Herod to the left of Queen in the gun. Takes a snap, drops back, looks, has pressure, over the middle, tries to hit Gibbs, incomplete, 7 seconds to play in the first half.
Overthrown, falls incomplete, brings up a 2nd and 10.
Got 7 seconds. Quickly as they've been throwing it, we're going to have a couple shots out of here.
They'll have at least 2, and you know, if you're trying to hit Gibbs is down the field. He went 65 yards in 11 seconds, so he can certainly cover 15 a couple times in 7. Little bunch receiver to the right sideline. Queen takes a snap, rolls out, has time, fires, looks, has McGee, touchdown! Torrance McGee with the pass reception. That good for 16-yard touchdown scamper. Make that a total of 54 touchdown passing yards from Torrance McGee. Compliments, or to Torrance McGee, compliments of Tyler Queen. And with 1 second on the clock, they set up for the extra point. And the teams will ready themselves for the halftime break. There's a snap. The kick is up, and it is no good. And that'll make it 41-0 as we prepare for halftime after the kickoff.
So I think this may be the worst feeling in the world. You got 1 second left. There's only one option here, and that is to return it. So let's see what Starr Mill does here.
Well, if you're North Cobb, maybe you kick the ball out of bounds, give it to them at the 35, and dare them to go 65 yards in a single second.
Well, we've seen 2 kind of crazy pooch punches to the upbacks. I don't think they're going to let them return it here.
Well, all signs would point to they would prefer not to allow them to return it. Coming up are A&W Chiropractic halftime adjustments at the College Planning Institute halftime. Also want to encourage you to go over to the Altoona game. Altoona play in Woodland. The Pickett's Mill Student of the Week going to be interviewed as they share their favorite habit of the 7 habits of a happy kid. Altoona putting the number on Woodland just from right up the road. Coach DeLorenzo, a super guy, but down a little bit after losing a very talented quarterback. A couple scores around. Collins Hill 8-0 over Central Gwinnett at half. Cartersville up 13-0 over Darlington. Irwin County 14-3 at half. Hillgrove 28-18 in the third over Walton. There's the Pooch kickoff. Let's see if we're going to have a flag here. It will be a flag. They'll get the ball at the 35, and they'll have exactly 1 second to get a playoff.
So for your 65 yards.
And it looks like Starr's Mill's going to say thanks but no thanks. Let's make it a wrap. So we'll start the halftime word from our sponsors. It'll be an extended word from our sponsors. We'll come back with A&W Chiropractic halftime adjustments, some halftime stats, a recap of the first half. Coming up, the halftime show presented by the College Planning Institute. Back in a moment on the Georgia Prep Sports Network, 41-0 at half, North Cobb.
The big game and the power went out.
Okay, I need you to do exactly as I say.
Okay.
First, get in your time machine and go back 1 week.
Okay, it's now 1 week ago.
You sure?
Yeah, my neighbor just fell off his ladder again.
Great. Okay, now install an 18 kilowatt air-cooled standby generator.
Beautiful. Uh-oh.
What's that?
My daughter just drove over the time machine.
Oh, boy. Okay, you're going to need a MIG welder, a 33-watt...
There's no problem a little horsepower can't solve. Northern Tool and Equipment.
Bank of America's now introducing its new adjustable rate Priority Plus homes as fast as we can.
She's saying that Bank of America is now introducing its new adjustable rate Priority Plus home loans as fast as we can.
They're really fast. How fast
She says they're really fast. How fast is fast? We'll approve your home loan in only 3 days.
Priority Plus is for qualified buyers.
Priority Plus is for qualified borrowers looking to buy a home or to refinance.
When you put down 20...
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
Good stuff. All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
one match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
That's good stuff. Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
That's good stuff. Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
That's good stuff. Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
That's good stuff. Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
one match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
That's good stuff. All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Network getting jiggy with it over here. It's just the first game of the season, but man, oh man, can you feel the energy, Jay? And it's halftime, 41-0. Harrison kicking their season off, a 20-6 lead over Woodstock over at Harrison. They got a new press box, a new coach, a new attitude, and they're getting it done over there. Altoona off to a nice start, 28-0, and Kennesaw Mountain Sprayberry locked in a tight one. The California Dreamin' Bowl with my friend Greg Carter up at California Dreamin'. If you went to the game and you kept your ticket stub, you get 25% off your meal in the 5th quarter over at California Dreamin'. So if you didn't check out Sprayberry and Kennesaw Mountain, the California Dreamin' Bowl, you missed out. But hey, you probably called all the action right here on Georgia Prep Sports Network. So, A&W Chiropractic halftime adjustments brought to you by Dr. Mitchell Arnold, actually a former high school colleague of Coach Shane Queen for North Cobb. He's located off of Due West, Ackworth Due West, and Kennesaw Due West, in the shopping center right next to the bread shop, Bob the Baker, as we call him, the Great Harvest Bread right there on the corner. Dr. Mitchell, go in, check him out. A very great, healthy, holistic approach. Take care of the whole family. Pull out all the kinks and put you back on the straight and narrow with your spine, that is. Check out Dr. Mitchell Arnold, the official chiropractic sponsor of myself, my family, and Georgia Prep Sports Network, Jason.
There you go. Hey, I think some of these guys are going to need it. If you've seen some of these moves that North Cobb's been putting on, they're breaking some backs with these moves.
You know, speaking of adjustments and straightening things out, we were able to straighten out what the penalty call was with the wave of the hand. The reason we haven't seen it's a new rule. And that ruling is you can't hit or lead with the crown of the helmet, intended to minimize or eliminate, if at all possible, although I don't know that you ever eliminated in football, head injuries and spine injuries by leading with the crown of the helmet. And it's good on running backs as well as receivers and defensive backs It is a spot foul, and it's 15-yard personal foul from the spot, and that's what we saw right there as they had led with the helmet, North Cobb, that is. But that didn't seem to slow them down a whole lot. It was a temporary step back to move about 4 steps forward. 41 points. If you're Coach Queen, what adjustments do you make at halftime? You just go in and say, hey, we got this thing, we're getting jiggy with it, or do you make some adjustments?
I don't think you can ever do that, because once you start getting that confidence level, they can sneak back. We saw that coming out a little bit towards the end of the half where Starr's Mill was getting it together. So I think what you do is you tell them, hey, look, what we've been doing, what we've been practicing, because they're getting the jitters out, right? So what we've been doing, stick to the game plan, make sure that they understand that it's only halfway done, right? It's only halfway done.
It takes 48 minutes of football, right?
Yeah, there's no way that they can lay down at this point in time. But one of the things that they definitely need to do is reiterate the good things that have been going on, because they've been doing a lot of really good things. Moving around to a bunch of different receivers, being able to move the ball with the running back, and just some smart plays, good decision making. So,
gotcha. Now, if we take a look at Coach Phillips, if you look at the scoreboard, not a whole lot to pick you up, but some good momentum at the end of the half. What do you do if you go to half with led by a sophomore quarterback with Goodrich, who's done a pretty good job for a sophomore? But what do you do there?
I think you still continue to calm the nerves. So it's one of those things where you tell them, don't forget the scoreboard. At this point, it's no longer about the scoreboard, right? We're building for next week, and we're building for a season at this point in time. So it's one of those things where you tell them to take it, stick to the game plan, make sure that you're moving the ball, because that's one of the things that we saw kind of going into halftime. They stopped shooting themselves in the foot, and if that can happen with a young leader, just get him in there, making sure that he's making smart decisions, and don't do anything dumb. That's the biggest thing that we got to do here, is just make sure we're smart, and let's put some points on the board. They can do it. They've got the capability to do that if they'll just get smart about it.
Well, and indeed, and then the other piece is you're playing for a little pride here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do you lay down and go away, or do you fight? And I would suspect that Starr's Mill and the Panther Nation will be more than happy to fight right here tonight at Emory Sewell Stadium. Tonight's game made possible by the College Planning Institute. We make colleges compete for you. Check out the College Planning Institute. You can check them out on the web at collegeplanninginstitute.com. 770-882-0123. Give Mr. Wyndham a call and let him help you plan your son or daughter's future tomorrow today. There's the kickoff, going to be fielded. That's Granville with the ball. He'll bring it up past the 25 and be dropped down. Not Granville. I stand corrected. That's 18. Mr. Bell with a nice return.
Jeremy Bell on the return for the Warriors. 31.
So North Cobb will put the ball in play, moving from the right to left. Again, white pants, orange jerseys, white numbers, white helmets. Starr's Mill visiting in the all-white navy numbers, or blue numbers, with the silver helmets and the blue Panther on the helmet. Going to have 3 wideouts. Dodd and Granville near sideline. Albright, Gibbs on the far sideline. Give to Harrod. No. Keeper McQueen. Cross the 30, 35, 40. Has room. 45, 50. Run out of bounds, and we've got a flag back at the 35-yard line. Any guess at what that was, Jay?
Yeah, I feel that one's probably coming back. There could be a hold on this.
Are you saying, as my son would say, there was a cheater on the field?
Yeah, there could potentially have been a little grabbing there. I think North Cobb knows it too, because they're starting to move back already.
Well, my boys are starting to get older, but I kid about that, because when we're a sports family, 3 boys, my poor wife, she gets stuck with sports, whether she likes it or not, and she does a great job helping us pull the broadcast off every week and is behind the scores on Twitter, of course. But when my boys were young, Jason, they used to say, Dad, how come that team keeps cheating all the time? Don't they know the rules? As they've gotten older, they've come a little more seasoned and realized it wasn't an intentional cheating.
Sometimes you just can't help it. You know you're getting beat, and you just grab.
That's right. He was trying to break the fall, right? So we'll back it up. We'll go 1st and 10 and do it again, as we've had a little over 1 minute and 20 seconds elapse off the clock. Queen going to have a new back in the backfield. He gives the handoff. Wow, he got rocked.
That was
right there by Mr. Munnerlin. Munnerlin playing both sides of the ball. He's run the ball, and he laid the wood to the new back there. That's number 32 in there for North Cobb. Getting a little PTP.
Yeah, Mr. Gray. He's playing running back, linebacker. He's a sophomore.
So getting a little sophomore action in there,
Yeah.
giving him some looks so you can add some depth as the season goes on. Queen drops back, rolls, steps up in the pocket, fires, has his receiver complete at the 40-yard line. That's number 13, Dion Dodd, with his first reception of the evening, and that'll move the chains and move the ball across the 40.
Well, I'll tell you something. Starr's Mill has come out with a little bit of attitude because those last couple of hits have been ones where they are making sure that they send a message. They are not going away at all.
They want to make sure if they're going to leave that they're at least going to leave a little respect and a chip on their shoulder. Queen takes a snap, gives the ball off, going to be hit at the line, but he'll pick up 2 as he leans forward. And Gray will have 2 yards on the carry. Bring up second down and 8. Dodd going to flank out in the slot on the opposite side. Gray to the left of Queen. We got new faces all over the field here for North Cobb. 9 minutes and counting. Queen takes a snap, gives to the back, looking for room, runs into his blocker, going to be 3 yards caught behind the line of scrimmage. And credit Starr's Mills, number 32 with the stop, Mr. Smith, the senior.
33, Patterson, 22, Houston making a shot for the Panthers.
So now the roles are reversed here a little bit. They put North Cobb in a 3rd and long, kind of changing things up here.
The difference is North Cobb has a few more weapons on the field. Going to go trips near side. Lone wide out, far side. Queen takes a snap, drops back, looks, fires over the middle, has his receiver complete and good for the first down as he crosses midfield. Pass intended and caught by Gray out of the backfield.
It's a perfect example of having lots of people to go to, right? They were able to do that, get it up, little attitude, move it forward.
See, I'll stand corrected. That's Demetrius Brown with the with the catch. The inverse of Gray's numbers. We're in 23 versus 32. Snap, give up the middle. Going to be hit just past the line of scrimmage, and he'll be brought down after a pickup of 2. That's number 32, Jay Bishop Gray, the sophomore. Also in the game now, Brandon Scott, and number 5, Torrance McGee, going to be in the running back position. Queen at about midfield, takes a snap, gives the ball. McGee going to be hit behind the line, bottled up, and we've got a 3rd, and we're going to call it about 12 as a helmet pops off of number 54.
Looks like the defense started.
That's Osana for Starr's Mill.
Defense is starting to get a little bit of that press coverage. They're starting to meet those receivers up on the line, and there's a little bit creeping up from the linebacker position to try and make those stops.
So it's actually going to be about 3rd and 15 here as the ball was on the 47, the last point of forward progress. And we may also have a penalty tacked on to the end of this. There will be. Wow, this is a big penalty too. This looks like it's going to be a personal foul penalty. It will be, and it's going to go all the way back to the 31-yard line. So make that 3rd and officially a country mile.
Yeah, we got a
30
little bit
yards.
back.
As Queen and company will line up in that familiar spread, twins to the left and right side as Queen barks out orders to Torrance McGee in terms of hot read coverage. Queen, long snap count from the gun, takes a snap, drops back, looks, steps up, fires over the middle, has his receiver caught and complete across The 45, that's number 7, Brandon Scott, the senior wide receiver, with the connection of Tyler Queen. And just like that, we've got a 3rd and 30 becomes a 4th, and call it about 5 yards, and North Cobb's going to go for it. Now, some people here would say, why do you go for it right here on 4th down? Well, if you're Coach Queen, you'd punt the ball from the 50. It'll likely go into the end zone, and the clock continues to run right here after they at least the officials sort it out. It looks like the officials are working on a few bugs tonight as well.
Yeah, they're trying to get some things sorted out. Yeah, it's one of those things where right at this point in time as a field position, you're really only talking about, what, 15, 16, 17 yards in the field position battle if you punt it into the end zone here.
Waiting for the call here. They'll whistle the ball in motion. Going to have trips to the near sideline. In that slot position going to be Brandon Scott. Queen in the gun. Drops back. Nice block by McGee to give him time. Throws over the middle. Has his receiver caught. Complete to number 13, Dion Dodd, for his 2nd reception. And make that a 1st down for North Cobb on 4th down. So North Cobb, 1 for 1 on 4th downs to match Starr's Mills, 1 for 1 on 4th down conversions. And as we cross the 5-minute 50-second barrier, North Cobb knocking inside the 20 again. Queen takes a snap, gives to the up back, has room across the 10. Inside the 10 is number 5, Torrance McGee. Nobody's yet to score in the 3rd quarter, but North Cobb would like to change that here on this drive as we approach the 5-minute mark.
They got that short field now. They got about 10 yards left to go to get in the end zone.
Looking for the money zone, man. They want the money. Tyler Queen saying, hey, guys, let's show me the money, baby.
That's right.
Queen takes a snap, fakes the give. Now he'll give to number 7, Brandon Scott.
Number 7, Brandon Scott.
He'll have about, give him what, maybe a yard?
Yeah, not much.
Make it the 9, 3rd down and about 4 coming up.
Ball set down at the 9-yard line.
Off the field comes Tony Perkins, number 17 for North Cobb. Queen going to have McGee to his left in the backfield. Twins to the left, twins to the right. We've got Granville and Dodd on the near sideline. Going to have a play whistle dead. I believe it's going to be an offsides on Starr's Mill. That would be half the distance, which would be enough for a 1st down. And they'll back him up, reset the chains to 1st and goal to go, and Queen and company with 4 minutes and 15 seconds are doing the ABCs of me, the money, baby. They want money zone. Tack another 7 on here before the close of the quarter.
Again, they've really slowed up the pace here. You know, a lot of being very strategic, very purposeful in these moves.
Queen going to take the snap, gives, looking for room, squeezes, wiggles, jiggles, and he'll come up just shy of the touchdown.
A little pinball action there. He bounced off a couple of defenders into his head and in, bouncing and bouncing and bouncing, and just comes up just short of showing him the money.
It's like when you're playing pinball, he slipped through the flippers right there, right before he got to the end zone and came up short. If he had made it, he'd have gotten the trifecta of the hat trick, 2 in the air, 1 on the ground, but it'll bring up 2nd down and goal to go here. Actually, they're going to
move the ball back.
Move the ball back. Off comes Bell. Waiting for the signal to come in. Queen has the signal. He has McGee to his right. Granville Scott near sideline with Dodd in the slot. Gives up the middle. McGee has it. McGee has a touchdown. Torrance McGee, touchdown, numero trace, as he scampers in from about 7 yards out for another North Cobb strike. So 48-0 the score here. And I think what's happened is North Cobb took their 20. They took the 10 points or so predicted for Starr's Mill, tacked them on their side, and they're about to double both of those up.
It's become a scoring machine here.
The kick is up, it's away, and it's good. After a word from our sponsors, we'll be right back at 3:03. It's 48-0, North Cobb on top.
Everybody wants to be cool.
Everybody wants to be happy.
Welcome back, Georgia Prep Sports Network. There's the kickoff. Going to be a squib kick, fielded at the 35. They'll call it dead right there. And Jason Marietta has now decided to open a can up on Pope. That game was close early. Now it's 56-7. And Rush Probst is headed on over to Hoover. And they're up 10-7 on Hoover at about halftime. Camden County 6-0 over Baker County of Florida, and Wayne County 35-7 over Appling. Here's a snap, drops back, fires, and complete across the 40. He's got the 45, 50, mad more yards across midfield down to the 45. They'll mark him down to the 42. New quarterback in the game now for Starr's Mill. That's going to be number 10, Kyle Mosley. Now, we did not get the official word, but we had the sense maybe there was some type of disciplinary or suspension issue, but in protection and in honor of a young high school student athlete, details aren't important, but glad to see. Hopefully he's learned his lesson and back on the field, adding some productivity for Starr's Mill, Jason. Takes a snap, drops back, quarterback keeper. Now he's going to go to the right across the 40, inside the 40 to the 36, and seems to be moving the ball rather well. The good news for Starr's Mill is that moves Goodrich out to the wide-out position now, and Kyle Mosley moving Starr's Mill down the field. The other thing is you got to credit Coach Phillips if he had something to do with that, having the integrity to do what's right for the kid right there.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that's holding them accountable. That's one thing. Talk about leadership. All too often, we see it in the NCAA all the time. You know, we let guys get away with these minor infractions, and showing them some discipline can be really important in shaping who they become as an adult.
Well, sometimes we learn more from the mistakes that we make from the victories. And when we learn that we can constantly get away, then the rules don't apply. Then we wonder how we end up in trouble. Maurice Claret recently on 60 Minutes talked about that in his environment. And he was a victim of his own environment. Not a victim overall, but he said, you know, basically I didn't know how to change my environment or the role that played. I had to take responsibility for myself. Mosley going to take the snap, drops, fires in the flats. Cross the 35, breaks a tackle. Jumps up to the 34, maybe the 33 and a half. hops out quickly. That's Mitchell Ray, the senior wide receiver. 1 minute and counting down in the third quarter. Starr's Mill quickly going to head up to the line.
Set down at the North Guy 34-yard line. Be third down and 2 for the Panthers.
2 yards needed to move the chains. Just the third time of the game for Starr's Mill into North Cobb territory. Going to need to hurry now. Smith to the left side of Mosley. Takes a snap. Hands the ball. Smith has it. Across the 30. He's got 2 men to beat. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Smith! Smith takes the ball from about the 33-yard line. Nothing but rumbling, stumbling, bumbling as John Smith Sr., the senior for Starr's Mill, breaks the plane of the goal and adds 6 to the side for Starr's Mill.
You want to talk about minimum chainer? Getting that touchdown there can lead to a lot of things. The swagger that they came out with, this is a product of that. They came out, they were not going to be beat. They were not going to get left off the score, and both sides has had that attitude, both the offense and the defense.
We talk about ways to build confidence and momentum. They kick the extra point here, and at the end of the game, you say, okay, we lost the first half 41-0, but we tied the third quarter, and maybe you win the fourth quarter, something to build on. Here's the snap, hold by Mosley, kick up, it's away, and it is good. So 7-0, we'll take a quick break with 22 seconds here in the third quarter to play. Back in a moment after a word from our Chick-fil-A sponsors.
Sound of taste buds singing after experiencing Chick-fil-A's new yogurt.
Stadium. Andrew Wyndham along with Jason Sleeman. Georgia Prep Sports Network on the airwaves in tandem with the broadcasting students from North Cobb High School. There's the kickoff, going to be fielded by Gibbs. Gibbs at the 10, 15, breaks a tackle across the 20, 25, and going to be shoestring tackled just across the 25 down at the 28-yard line as the clock tick, 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 ticks away, and that will be enough to close the third quarter. So at the end of 3, it's 48-7, North Cobb leading at home. Back in a moment after a word from our sponsors on Georgia Prep Sports Network. Stadium. Andrew Wyndham, Jason Sleeman on the mic here. I've got your play-by-play. Jason with all the color, details, action around the state, and fast trivia and facts North Cobb leading at the beginning of the fourth quarter, 48-7. And we'll start the fourth quarter like we've had play in the first through third quarters. A little bit sloppy, a few penalties here, there, and yonder. But it'll get cleaned up. Now look at this. Gainesville coming from behind, 38-21 over West Forsyth. They decided to stop playing games, didn't they, Jason? Woodstock continuing to hold on here, 23-6. Harrison over Woodstock. North Gwinnett 26-0 in the third quarter over Grayson. North Gwinnett, my friend, is loaded for bear. First carry going to be a loss here in the fourth quarter. Loss of 2. Second and 12 coming up. Ball from the 27-yard line. Got a new quarterback in there. New quarterback going to be number 14 for North Cobb. That's Torian St. Romain.
Number 39, Brandon Archibald on the
Just a
carry for the
sophomore,
Warriors.
Romain played in the secondary.
Out to the 30-yard line.
A little bit smaller than Tyler Queen. About 4 or 5 inches shorter, probably 70 to 80 pounds lighter. Long snap count. Romain going to take it. Rolls to the right. Has room. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And man, oh man, you take the wrong angle on Mr. Romain and he'll make you look like a saint sitting on your keister. He went scooting past the defense right down there on the far sideline. What looked like a play for no gain, he picked up 15 yards, Jason.
Yeah, once he turned it on, it was off to the races. And I think the only thing that stopped him was the sideline. If he had made one more move, he could have kept going.
He looked like he was drafting a little bit, a little Days of Thunder over there. Drafting and came out of nowhere. 10-15 to play. Takes a snap, gives to his back. Looking for room, going to be hit at the line by number 25 for the Panthers. That's going to be Ryan Roper on the stop, the sophomore.
Yeah, really stood up on that one. They went up the middle with it, up the gut, and there was a lot of Starr's Mills players waiting for him right there. They put a hit on him and took him back a couple.
Well, one of the concerns coming into this year is the size and the athleticism of the line at North Cobb that they lost. Tonight not seeming to be an issue, but when you go to the reserves after the starters, and that's a concern, then it's not a surprise you might not have what you would like. Romain going to roll out. He's got almost the 50. He will have the 50 as he stumbles ahead with forward progress. He'll make midfield, and they'll put the ball square on. Actually, they'll put it on the left near side hash mark, just shy with a nose touching the 50. 9:15 and rolling here in the fourth quarter. North Cobb leading 48-7 in tonight's game, made possible the College Planning Institute Game of the Week here on the Georgia Prep Sports Network. Want to give you a quick plug. Join us next week for exciting games across the state of Georgia. We'll bring you Altoona versus Paulding, Laster at Sprayberry, Harrison and Alpharetta, and Woodstock versus Kell. There goes Romain. He's got the 50. Ahead, he'll have the first down and gobble up a couple more yards. First down and 10 coming up as we cross the 8:30 mark for North Cobb into Panthers territory. Also want to remind you, don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Get scores, updates on Friday night and news throughout the week. Log on to twitter.com and follow us at GA Prep Sports. Also go to the Georgia Prep Sports Network. Just rebranded the logo. A lot of new exciting things coming up. A new blog we're going to be adding, and scores and over 80 games this year, 2 of which will be from Bartow each and every week, and 4 other games from around the state. There's a snap, going to be a give. New back in the backfield. Takes a hit, bounces off, and tries to push ahead. That's number 41, Michael McClendon, the sophomore running back.
Back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, we talked about leadership here, leadership on the field, but Starr's Mills got pretty significant leadership off the field. Recognized for testing and academics across the board, right, Jay?
Yeah, when you look at their academic standings, one of the things that you look at is they're consistently ranked one of the top 15 public high schools in the state of Georgia regarding academic achievement. that's pretty far up there, right? Averaging about 1632 on the SAT scores. They've got 7 National Merit finalists a couple of years back. So really a lot of leadership in the classroom over there.
There's the give again to number 41, Michael McClendon, going to be bottled up behind. He'll lose 3, bring up 3rd down and 13. Well, a perfect score on the SAT in each section is an 800. Right? So obviously at 1630, you're shy of that. But if you're talking a 1630 average across your student body, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, those are some smart kids, right?
You're scoring almost at the Zell Miller benchmark for every kid in the school. That's something to talk about.
Right.
There's the snap. Drops back. Looking for room. And he'll run to the near sideline. He'll have maybe a yard. And the clock will continue to roll at 6:30 and counting.
45-yard line to about the 43.
We take a quick jog around the state for a few more scores here. Some of them finally starting to roll in after a little bottleneck early tonight. Chubb around 326 yards on 22 carries, 4 touchdowns with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. So an impressive performance by Nick Chubb, and Mark Rick and company will enjoy watching that before they head into their first game tomorrow night. There's a snap a little high. Quick give, gonna be hammered. Credit 51 for the Panthers of Starr's Mill. That's Corey Carter. He's a junior, but he left 51 all over the North Cobb back right there on the carry.
There's a flag down on the play. So we're going to see what that's going for. There was a lot of, on the North Cobb side, there was a lot of signaling for that.
Fourth color penalty against the Panthers.
Looks like North Cobb's going to get a first down out of this.
Well, it's a personal foul penalty, and the thing is, I'm not sure there's a reason for it, but maybe that's why we saw such a violent jerk by the North Cobb running back when he was hit. Couple scores: Marist 29 to 10 over Clark Central, Archer 37-0 over Mountain View, Coosa 20-6 over Gordon Central, Hillgrove 47-28 in the fourth quarter, Marietta 63-7 in the fourth quarter, and a couple more coming up shortly. St. Romain going to take the snap, drops back, gives to the back, has room, looking off the right side. That's number 41, Michael McClendon with the carry. Camden 13-0 at the end of the first quarter. That's an interesting score. You know, the numbers for Chubb don't surprise me, but the thing that bothers me the most about high school sports is we get these recruiters and they dwell on 4 or 5 kids. There's so many kids, Jason, around the state that are doing good things on the playing field, and then like Starr's Mill doing great things in the classroom and in the community from leadership and community service.
Well, and that's the thing, is it takes a lot of players to make one person look really good. There's a lot of people doing a lot of great things out on the field.
Well, I can assure you, despite the athlete that Nick Chubb is, if he didn't have any blocking to open a hole or two, if it was just pitch the ball back and let him run with it, he wouldn't have 326 yards. He'd get hit a little more frequently.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be very good for longevity either if you didn't have those big guys up front blocking for him.
Third down about 7.
Going to be interesting to see what Peyton Manning does over in Denver, as they think that he should try to establish the running game earlier in the season this year, not throwing in the dome anymore.
Well, they've got a lot of backs there, so they talk about triple threats. They've got them all the same position.
Looks like a blitz coming. Bubble screen, almost intercepted. And who else was out there? That's Goodrich.
Yeah. Was having a lack for that ball. He was ready to touch it again, and he almost came off. And if he had grabbed that, would have been a touchdown.
It might have been one of those defensive back tip drills.
Yeah.
See ya.
He had the momentum going that way.
3:45 to play here in the fourth quarter, 48-7. North Cobb driving in Panthers territory. Second string quarterback St. Romain will be in the gun with backs to his left and to his right. Wide outs, near side and far side. gives the ball, hands off, going to be caught from behind, breaks a tackle, reverses field. He's got the 30, make it the 28. He'll pick up back to the original line of scrimmage on 4th down, and they'll turn the ball over as we approach 3 minutes.
That hurt the 100% on both teams at the 4th down.
Something tells me that's not a concern for Coach Queen tonight.
Let's see, with 3 minutes left, this is the point where you're gonna see what's gonna happen. I think they're gonna come out. Starr's Mill's gonna come out, try and put one more score on the board here.
Well, Starr's Mill still has Mosley in, who didn't play the first half, so they scored pretty quickly last time. They showed that they can score, and Starr's Mill definitely not planning to play the scrubs for this drive either. Mosley with Smith to his left. Takes a snap, drops back, looks deep. Has a receiver, going to be tipped up, and that is a quarterback's worst nightmare to see that ball tipped straight up in the air.
There were two North Cobb guys standing right there, just a little bit more, and that could have been a turnover.
They looked kind of like a bulldog around a juicy bone licking their chops, but they couldn't get it before it went careening out of bounds. Speaking of Bulldogs, Jason, is this the year of the Bulldog?
Oh, I certainly hope so. I think a lot of the announcers are talking about the fact that, you know, Georgia's got that young defense. We're talking here about North Cobb with that senior level defense where they've got all the age and wisdom sitting there. The Bulldogs are looking, you know, they're young. They're young pups right now, but let's hope that they can come up with it. I'm certainly hoping that on Saturday the offense and Aaron Murray will be able to take care of any deficiencies that the Bulldogs have on defense.
Poor guy. He's had one too many Bulldog Kool-Aid drinks.
I'm bought in.
Speaking of Kool-Aid, you know, the amazing thing to me is 2-3 years ago, your offensive coordinator was about ready to get run out of town. Murray hops on the scene, has a big year, and next thing you know, he's the hottest assistant head coach, offensive coordinator in the country to coach at the helm. And will he stay like they did over at Texas with Mac Brown, except for this time obviously with Rick, or will he leave the doghouse, if you will?
Yeah, well,
leave the hedges.
This would be the year to maximize on that offense. They've got some power in the offense, and it would be the time, if he's going to do it, to maximize.
Time to maximize that contract. Some of these college coaches getting paid multi-million-dollar deals. And
yeah, that's not bad.
That's what makes the Manziel and the Clowney situation so interesting, because when I was in college running on the NCAA leadership board, I was for the college education, but they weren't making $14 million like they did off McLaren's jersey before the national championship last year. Makes things interesting. Long count, man in motion. Mosley takes a snap, rolls to the right, looking, fires, has his receiver caught and complete. That's number 5. Mitchell Ray with a catch, the senior from Starr's Mill. He'll be out to about the 46-yard line. Make that the 47 with the spot.
Crowd's starting to leak out a little bit here. They're trying to get a rush for it, but I think we're going to see some good action in this last couple of minutes. Probably take a couple shots down the field and see if they can get some points.
Starr's Mill's going to try to help the sum total over here. Mosley fires, has his receiver complete out across the 45.
Looks like another first down.
And inside the 45 to about the 41.
Moving out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Starr's Mill going to take a timeout here. Interesting that they're going to take a timeout with a 1st and 10 on the 42. We'll keep it right here.
So one of the things, as we look around the state here, let's see what we've got. Some scores. Got some updated score. Gainesville's now up 52-21 on West Forsyth. Valdosta scores to close it on TCC 14-17. Marietta 63, Pope to 13. That's now a final. Mares 29, Clark Central 10. That's a final. Hillgrove 47, Walton 35. That's a final. See if we got any other scores here. So as we continue to look at this, we're probably going to get set here, get a couple more plays in with about 35 seconds left.
Trying to wrap up a player of the game and see if we can grab Coach Queen for some post-game conversation, get his analysis of the game. 35 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter, 48-7. North Cobb looking to put the finishing touches on the opening game of the season. Errant snap, going to fall on it. And after you take a timeout right there, you got Bo on your side. That's about the last thing you want to see happen. And the quarterback just got busy looking downfield instead of receiving.
Final score, he'll go 47, Walton 35.
Let's see now. We took a timeout. Now after that long one, they're going to – looks like they may just let the clock run out here.
Probably not going to be more than one play right here. There's a snap, drops back, rolls, looks, going deep. Nice long fire. And going to be intercepted at the end of the game and snap. And that'll end the game 48-7. Be right back after word from our sponsors with some close-up thoughts and some post-game interviews.
Rita serves you ice custard happiness too. Real fruits, real fresh, no place like Rita's.
For the coolest treats around, you gotta go to Rita's. We've got delicious Italian ice made with real fruit and made fresh each day at every store.
Indulge in an icy cool treat at Rita's. We have 2 locations to serve you at 12201 Highway 92 in the shops at Little River in Woodstock or 2550 Sandy Plains Road in Marietta. Rita's. Ice, custard, happiness.
Northern Tool and Equipment.
Yeah, help. The guys are over for the big game, and the power went out.
Okay, I need you to do exactly as I say.
Okay.
First, get in your time machine and go back 1 week.
Okay, it's now 1 week ago.
You sure?
Yeah, my neighbor just fell off his ladder again.
Great. Okay, now install an 18-kilowatt air-cooled standby generator.
Beautiful. Uh-oh.
What's that?
My daughter just drove over the time machine.
Oh, boy. Okay, you're going to need a MIG welder, a 33-watt
There's no problem a little horsepower can't solve. Northern Tool and Equipment.
Josh Taylor here from Massey Automotive. Do you need a quality pre-owned vehicle? Do you need service work done for your existing automobile? Come on down to Massey Automotive. Founder Frederick Massey has been in business in Cobb County for over 34 years. Massey is the largest independent automotive service center in Cobb County. They'll repair and service everything from new model cars to the classics. If you're in the market for a quality pre-owned vehicle, Massey will find you what you want. Come check them out in New Market Center at 2050 Lower Roswell Road in Marietta. Massey Automotive, for over 34 years, keeping Cobb's cars cruising.
Okay, honey, one story, then it's bedtime, okay?
Born on the streets of Cobb County, AAA sign crafters. For those who want to be discovered. From vehicle wraps and graphics to any size banner, we've got you covered. Call 770-422-0199 and check out AAASignCrafters.com. Blow away the competition with AAA Sign Crafters. If you need individual health coverage, if you're an entrepreneur or self-employed, for instance, or about to retire, you have a wide range of affordable plan options with Aetna. For your Aetna answer, call Andrew Wyndham at Insurance Georgia, 770-882-0123. Chances are we have a plan that meets your needs. 770-882-0123. We want you to know. Aetna. Health insurance plans are underwritten, offered and administered by Aetna Life Insurance Company, directly and through an out-of-state blanket trust. Health insurance plans contain exclusions and limitations.
Ready to satisfy a big game hunger? Subway at Sprayberry Crossing presents Sprayberry Thursday Nights. Every Thursday night during the season, all yellow.
This is the sound of taste.
Born on the streets of Cobb County, AAA sign crafters. For those who want to be discovered. From vehicle wraps and graphics to any size banner, we've got you covered. Call 770-422-0199 and check out AAASignCrafters.com. Blow away the competition with AAA Sign Crafters.
in to Stressless Leather Gallery and experience the unparalleled comfort of Stressless. The chair effortlessly follows your moves, offering head and lumbar support. Going on now, receive a free swing table with the purchase of a Stressless recliner. Select models priced from $9.95. The American Chiropractic Association only endorses Stressless seating. We are the innovators of comfort. Hurry in now to Stressless Leather Gallery and Bedding Center, 3405 Dallas Highway, just east of the avenues of West Cobb.
Okay, honey, one story, then it's bedtime, okay?
Okay, Daddy.
Once upon a time, there was the letter A, but A couldn't find any other letters to play with.
Oh, that's so sad.
Wait, it gets better. So A called a meeting. There he met letter B, who thought they should merge.
Daddy, you're silly.
I know. Then they did a leverage buyout for letters C through L.
Really?
And offered stock options for M through Z.
What's that?
And they all lived happily ever after.
Yay!
If you're a parent, you don't have to invent stories to get your kids to love reading. Just go to the best place in cyberspace for help, the Hooked on Phonics website. Visit us today at abcdefg.com. Take the free personalized reading assessment to find out how to help your child become a more confident reader. So for this and much, much more, log on to Hooked on Phonics at the most memorable web address anywhere, abcdefg.com.
Northern Tool and Equipment.
Yeah, help. The guys are over for the big game, and the power went out.
Okay, I need you to do exactly as I say.
Okay.
First, get in your time machine and go back 1 week.
Okay, it's now 1 week ago.
You sure?
Yeah, my neighbor just fell off his ladder again.
Great. Okay, now install an 18 kilowatt air-cooled standby generator.
Beautiful. Uh-oh.
What's that?
My daughter just drove over the time machine.
Oh, boy. Okay, you're going to need a MIG welder, a 33-watt...
There's no problem a little horsepower can't solve. Northern Tool and Equipment.
What makes a man a man? Is it the grease-stained laundry mixed in with the whites? Is it the affinity for duct tape? What makes a man a man? Is it something hardwired in the brain, like the...
To tell you about our new Dream Pie Blizzard at Dairy Queen, we've taken an actual conversation overheard at a DQ restaurant between two female co-workers, and purely for your entertainment, we inserted comments from the DQ legal department.
I think I'm going to get one of those Dream Pie thingies.
Dream Pie Thingies is not a registered trademark of Dairy Queen.
Yeah, a Dream Pie Blizzard does sound good.
The Dream Pie Blizzard does not produce sounds or other auditory sensations.
I had the key lime flavor the other day, and it knocked my socks off.
Individual experience. Dream Pie Blizzard results may vary.
I'm going to get the French silk.
French silk is not endorsed by the people of France. Arôme de soie français, ce n'est pas approuvé par les Français.
The new DQ Dream Pie Blizzard. DQ's thick, creamy soft serve combined with delicious pieces of real pie crust served in 3 amazing pie flavors. Do one today and DQ something different.
At participating DQ restaurants.
Has it been more than 12 months since your last vacation? You may be suffering from cubicle trapetism. But with Orbit's Pride Sale, you can save $100 instantly on hotels worldwide. And together, we can win.
Everybody wants to be cool. Everybody wants to be happy.
Treat yourself right and feel good about it with Rita's Light Line. Delicious sugar-free Italian ice, Slenderita fat-free soft serve, and so many ways to enjoy a totally guilt-free treat.
Indulge in an icy cool treat at Rita's. We have 2 locations to serve you at 12201 Highway 92 in the shops at Little River in Woodstock or 2550 Sandy Plains Road in Marietta. Rita's. Ice, custard, happiness.
Yeah, I'm out at Brooklyn. Welcome back to Georgia Prep Sports Network on the air here live from Emory Sewell Stadium with us at the conclusion of a 48-7 final conclusion for the opener for North Cobb. Running back Torrance McGee. Torrance wearing jersey number 5. 3 touchdowns tonight. For a while it looked like you were going back and forth, mano-a-mano with your friend Mr. Harrod. 2 touchdowns on the ground. You had 2 in the air. The first touchdown of the game, a 38-yard connection with your quarterback Tyler Queen, committed to Auburn. Also a 16-yard touchdown pass, and then about a 7-yard scamper to close it out. What does tonight's win mean to you guys as we start a new campaign coming off a state runner-up?
You know what I'm saying? Just, we got to come. It's just a game. It's just a measuring stick. You know, we got to come out hard. Next practice, stay focused, look forward to the next game.
What's different this year about last year? Last year, you're building. You have what some folks thought was a more successful than expected year. This year, expectations higher. What's the difference in terms of the preparation? How does Coach Queen keep you guys humble and focused?
We practice harder and harder. Every day is just practice hard, 100%.
Talk to us about the leadership with Queen on the field, committed to Auburn. Anything changed there with Tyler?
Same thing. Great leader, great leader.
Super. Any thoughts on your upcoming game next week?
No, sir. Just go hard.
Go hard. Well, quick update. Hillgrove rumped Walton over at the Big Chicken, and then obviously we've got Laster and McEachern coming up. I bet you'll head home and watch that, but congratulations on a big win, and we look forward to watching you all season and calling it here on the Georgia Prep Sports Network.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Torrance McGee, our player of the game. We'll take a quick break after a word from our sponsors. Come back with some closing thoughts from head coach Shane Queen. Back in a moment on the Georgia Prep Sports Network. Andrew Wyndham and Jason Sleeman.
Or just routine